Sorry about that. The last two videos, the volume hasn't been working on the game. So, on my last video, it took too long. It took 16 minutes, and I do not want to do that again. And that was because I was talking about the units you can use in the game. Well, the Russians have have the superiority in the infantry. The Americans have the superiority in air support, and the Germans have the have the superiority in pretty much tanks, anti-tank, and anti-aircraft, but the Russians are pretty close in that too. But the Americans' tanks can do good. The Americans can win against those two. I've gotten an easy win before against those guys. The Total War game I've had for just over a year now. Or no, just under a year now, sorry. This game, the Russians have less weapons in the game. Like, they don't have like more. They have the least amount of types of weapons, but their weapons are very effective. In Total War, there's two camera types. One is like the Total War one, the one where you're looking up from a bit far away. It's so you can press on your unit and then go move your mouse on the map to a certain spot and click there, and then your infantry, every weapon you want will go to that spot. But if you use your trucks to transport weapons to certain spots, like usually with infantry and anti-tank stuff and anti-aircraft stuff, if enemy tanks are too close by, they will destroy those and very fast. The Russians in this game have the superiority in speed, and I believe they've won out of all the three countries you can use in this game. I think they've won online about 60% of the games. Now, the Americans are the country I use the least. And the reason why I use them the least is because in war games you always are using the Americans, and that kind of annoys me. I'd like a mix. Like, I think if they do make another Modern Warfare game, they should make you be a Russian or a Ukrainian or someone from Finland or Sweden, just to make things funny and mixed up. But I'm gonna stick to Total War here. So, Germans, they're the most powerful in armor, and that's the tanks. Russians in speed, and the Americans excuse me, the Americans are the best at mobilizing troops. And well, I like this game a lot, but not as much as Total War, but it's a lot like Total War. And when you're in the game, when you're playing the game, when you're on that camera that's like the Total War one, where you're a bit far away, well, the difference in this one is they do have that same camera as in Total War that I was just saying about, but there's this red icon in the top left when you press on it, it's a cinematic camera, so it'll put the camera right where the guys are, and you'll be like basically right in beside a soldier in zoomed mode, the screen. And the combat is quite cool in this game. And there's a general on story mode giving you orders where to drop bombs, where to flank the enemy on. It's a really cool game. I haven't really gotten the chance to play it much because it doesn't really work on my computer, because my computer doesn't really have the software to run this game. But it has like 7 this game, the bigger the biggest tanks, if you want to use the bigger tanks, and the ones that'll blow away the enemy tanks the fastest, use the German ones. And Russians, they have the speed advantage, so when German tanks or any tank really fires at them, it's really hard to hit them. So that really helps the Russians get intact with the Germans. Then the air support. The Americans' air support, it's really good too. Pretty much all the air support in this game hits dead right on target, but in this game, there's these certain points at the top right, and you have to have these to put in certain infantry and stuff, because you start the game around these flags. You get 1 per team. You can have up to 4 people playing in the same round. And, well, you have to try and capture every flag, and also keep yours protected. And the maps are very large. They're quite bigger than the ones you use in Total War, so. And there's a ton of places to get across. This one map, you can't even see the enemy pretty much moving through trees, even if they're in tanks. There's a ridge where you can use artillery, though, place it there, and the artillery will really, really work well. In this game, just like in the Total War games, when you're using artillery, you'll have a really good advantage if you're on a hilltop. And in this one, the artillery works much better than any of the Total War games. 2 fires could take out 3 tanks if the tanks are really close to each other, so it's just a very cool game. You should try it, but I don't like this game as much as I like Total War, though. But that's my opinion. You guys might like it better, so this is benrob062995, and leave your comments, and rate this video, and come and tell me if you like this video or not. See you guys